Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Victoria 2 as Scandinavia. Guess what? It's the first episode of the day, so I've got morning voice, and I'm also sick as balls. So, let's have another one of those fun Dayquil plus caffeine-fueled gaming sessions where we attack Great Britain. So, alright, I intentionally didn't call my allies in. People were saying you didn't call your allies in the last video. Because I don't feel like having, what's-his-face, Brazil and Peru, like, they're not going to help. I think they're just going to end up getting occupied, and I don't want them to get occupied. So, we will call in Prussia. Hopefully they say yes. We'll find out. It says maybe. Maybe. Proceed. Oh, I'm so stuffy. It's horrible. Alright, so the very first thing we want to do, probably combine our navy. And rather than, well, should we just try to immediately land troops? Well, first off, I want to mobilize. I think we should mobilize. I think we should. We can mobilize 28 brigades. Let's just do that. We're going to mobilize. We got our rally points here. These are, we got our 3 good armies, and then we've got these guys who are, well, they're not bad. I'm not going to say they're bad. We declared at the very last minute. We're doing what we can here on getting our organization up. We should be seeing this unit received 0% of the supplies needed. I think all of them say that because I just loaded the game. We'll play on like speed 2 for a second. Let's let one day go by. Yeah, see, yeah, you're good. You got your supplies. That's cool. So they're going fine. It's fine. It's just loading the game problems. So with 38 transports, we can move 38 times 3,000 is 114,000 troops. Not quite enough to carry 2 of these. So unfortunately, I'm just a little bit shy of being able to take 2 whole stacks over. That's unfortunate. But what we can do is, you know, let's go patrol a little bit. Let's see if we can kill the British Navy. We know for sure that they've got 81 ships, and then they've got a lot of allies. Like, we're at war with a lot of stuff. Spain here, how many ships do you have? 33, okay, so if we find your navy, we should be fine. So my goal right now is going to be to... excuse me. I'd like to, hopefully, are we able to mobilize Africans, I wonder? Because if we get mobilized infantry down here, we'll definitely siege all of the African holdings. They won't be worth much war score, but that is what we will do. I'm not so sure we can keep our maintenance at full here. I think we're going to have to lower it a little bit. Also, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. I know we don't want to have any Africans left behind, but we're going to have to reduce education spending just a little bit. For a little bit. Try to, you know, soften it. Also, sorry, rich people. You don't understand. War is important. We must war the Brits. The Brits must die. We'll keep the maintenance at full. See how well we can supply this for a few months, and then we're gonna have to probably reduce organization on the Navy. I'm hoping we can get like 1 bit of combat in. Alright, that's cool. What's Prussia gonna say, do you think? We're looking for the British Navy. If I were the British Navy, where would I be? I'd probably be down in this area. So let's go to Dogger Bank. And head to the Straits of Dover. Look at that, we're actually making a profit. There's 42,000 British soldiers there. Speed 2 might be a bit too slow. Instant 1.7 war score. Instant score. Should go speed 3. I'm still going to patrol around a little bit. Before we try to transport our navy over, our troops over, I want to try to catch the fleets off guard. And I want to keep this thing tuned onto, I want to see offensive sieges against me to see where they're going to form up. There's 66,000 troops. Now, some people were suggesting we should wait until they actually load troops onto there. It's not a bad idea. This unit will arrive in the North Channel on the 6th. We can be there on the 6th. Okay, well, let's, I think we should just try to kill their navy. Just kill the entire navy. That way we can disband, or not disband, but lower the organization on our navy. So 195 ships versus the British 55. They rolled a 7. They got Zachary Fisher, who's not so good at attack. We've got +3 attacks. Sweet, so we get +3 to all of our rolls. They have more heavy ships than we do, but we have tons of light ships. Like, tons of them. Like, a lot of them. Oh, look at that organization drop. Ottoman Empire, Actionaries, something about their government. Oh, we're just blowing them sky high. That organization's not going to last. Not to mention we have an 8 versus their 5. Now, granted, he's probably going to mobilize and have a huge number of troops now on the mainland, but we'll find some angle that we can attack from. We're going to get over there. Plus, we're going to get a good number... Oh my goodness, 13.6 war score from killing his navy. And it's gone. We lost 5 ships. Okay, so now Great Britain has 23 ships, which means that the naval threat is actually Spain. So the question is, do we now try to go land troops before he can mobilize, or do we try to go and kill the Spanish Navy? I think we try to land troops now. But because we've killed so many, we've spent half of our reserve, which is obviously not very much. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to lower organization, which should keep our fighting strength high, but lower the amount of organization we have. I still think the Navy's large enough to just obliterate anything that it comes across. So we're going to do that. Can we see the progress on mobilization? Okay, yeah, 62, 63%. It's going up. Production impact, 90%. Alright. That's going to be bad, probably, for production, is what you're saying. We've lost the occupation of Timbuktu. Okay, so there's 50,000 troops down here. And these artillery are going to have to just get disbanded. Because I've got nothing to protect them. We'll also lower maintenance slightly. The budget's still in the black. It's projected to be in the positive, which makes no sense. How it can actually be negative. Is it national stockpile purchases? Okay, so we're still, it looks like we're still trying to buy up the stockpile. What I'm concerned about is if I like go to ammunition, where we actually have these stockpiles, and I say, okay, now be automatic. Is it just going to sell all my stuff? Or is it going to keep it? Because I want to keep it. I don't want to be buying it anymore. I'm going to say automate now, and I'm just going to hope that it doesn't sell everything that I own. Don't buy more. Maybe that's the purpose of this other button, this sell, but I still don't really understand what it means when it says minimum stockpile. No, I don't trust it. I'm going to keep it on autumn. I'm going to keep it on not AI. If it sells everything we own, we're screwed. So we'll go through and all these things that I've turned off of AI control, we're going to now switch them to sell, and we're going to reduce the minimum stockpile. And just, hopefully what I'm doing makes sense. If it doesn't, oh well. What I'm trying to tell it to do is like, okay, we put up all this crap, now I don't want you to keep as much of it, but I want you to, like, keep some of it. I don't know what I'm doing. I hate sliders. These sliders are so stupid. Like, a system to do this could just be so much simpler with, like, you know, direct input. Any other things that were taken off of AI control? Cement, we took off of AI control. That's cement. Okay, AI. We did these two. AI. Okay. So now our projected budget's still 338. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Still negative. That didn't really seem to change anything. Look, it's a British Navy. It's headed to Kattegat. Let's chase it down. That is 3 heavies. Yeah, nowhere to run. You shouldn't have come in here. This is our land. Ooh, the Prussians. The Prussians honored the call. Awesome. I don't remember getting a pop-up saying that they accepted the call. But I'm glad to see that they did. That's going to help out quite a bit. That means that we've got land power. I don't know where they're going to siege. If they're going to siege anywhere, but it's nice that they said yes. We're getting tons of war score from these battles, these naval battles. I mean, we're already at 19 war score. Of course, England's not going to just, like, give up, just, like, give us what we want. It's not going to happen. So who do we want to send over first? The shield of the Danish, the Norwegian, the sword of the Swedes. The sword of the Swedes. Sword of the Swedes, you get to go first. Let's go. We're going to go land directly on the war goal, which was not these, not the lowlands, these over here. So we're going to land in Newcastle. Newcastle upon Tyne. And then once we get there, we'll move into Carlisle. We've lost the siege of something in Africa, which is worth like no war score at all. Yeah, defender occupation 0.2, who cares? Look at this, even the Prussians can land troops. It's amazing. Alright, land. I'm counting on you people. Why is the supply... Why are we suffering a 5%? There's a supply limit in the water? That seems a bit off. Okay. I mean... Gosh, I'm so stuffy I can barely breathe. Holstein has gone bankrupt. We're making money now, which is good. So something that I did made sense. Either that or we're just by lowering the maintenance, we're able to break even now. Okay, so yeah, we're only suffering 2% attrition. Our supply is fine as long as we are actually actively sieging. This unit takes 44 supply points. Most provinces have about 26 supply, which gets multiplied by 2, which means our army is nice and good and ideal. It's got its hussars, it's got its engineers, 100% recon. It's good, it's solid. This army is going to siege stuff quick. And we're going to siege down these war goals. I'm not really sure if I actually needed to mobilize here. We're at 100% mobilization, so that means that we should start seeing... Do we actually see them as like troops being trained, or do they just kind of just show up? It's probably not the same thing as troops being trained, is it? Alright, well, whatever. Alright, you guys on the boats next. So we'll have this first navy... Sorry, this first army finish this siege, which should speed up our ability to dock. Alright, 12-day siege. You're going to move here. You'll be gone by the 2nd. We're going to be there on the 2nd. You'll be there on the 1st. That means that we're going to engage a 19 stack. Or possibly a 9 stack. We'll see. Nope, it was only a 9 stack. That army did escape. Now we should be able to dock here. Drop our troops off super quick. Move on that one. Go pick up the other dangerous army. Kill the Brits. Another 1.8 war score. Sweet. You will be gone by the 7th. We can be there on the 8th. You are marching to Belfast. You're crossing that strait. Okay. We'll ignore that and instead go for this war goal. We're going to go down to Leeds. I just saw another navy, which we just instantly sank. It was British transports. I don't like how we're suffering attrition coming out here. I wish that they would automatically path through the better attrition provinces. Alright. Our navy is very fast. And 4th army. Come over here to arrive. That is a fairly sizable army. Maybe rather than do the naval landing... Well, would the naval landing give us a penalty? It might. What's the composition here? It's all infantry. I think these are mobilized armies. Alright, I'm not going to land... I just don't want to risk it. I'm going to wait until this army engages. 94,000 troops, okay. It's a pretty sizable army is what you're saying. Alright, we won that fight. We're going to... He's going to Leeds. Let's see if he's scared of us. He is apparently not. We will wait here. I'm going to have this army land in Lincoln. He is not marching to engage, but he is. See, I think combat width is narrow. It's 20 right now. Okay, so 20 in the front line. We've got 10 in the front line. We do need to reinforce this army if he wants to engage. So let's just see. If I reinforce May 3rd, he'll be there on the May 4th. Let's see if he wants to actually take the fight. No, he doesn't. Okay. So you're saying he's scared of me, is what you're saying. We can do something with Yemen. Very well. Okay. Punjab, increase relations. Zulu, increase relations. Paraguay, increase relations. Yemen, we already did. Württemberg, increase relations. Spent all our Diplo points. Let's start moving on Liverpool. I think we do engage this army. It's farmlands. Do we actually want to land in Lincoln, or do we want to like bring these armies up and have them all next to each other? No, they're already there, so... Okay, blockades, or do we want to try to bring over more men? 120,000 troops here now. Okay, oops, we're suffering attrition. Make new unit, S for balance, C for close, Grab an army, move it here. I'm gonna have to check these compositions. It takes so much effort to compose your armies well. Okay, so we've got this beautiful layout, and what I wanted to check before... No, that's wrong, wrong. Stupid game. It's put the guards in the very center, which is wrong, because they have more maneuver. You want the guards to be on the edge. They're kind of like cavalry. He has no artillery. It's all infantry. We're just killing a bunch of British, like... I think these are... I don't know what they are. We rolled a 0, so it's not really good. And he's got a lot of reinforcements. Yeah, we gotta reinforce that army, I think. We're gonna go pick up more men. Let's head to this one. Good supply. And let's see if we can put together another army. So we got quite a few artillery here. Got some an engineer in there. Is there any engineers in this army? No. Okay, so we're gonna go with 9 artillery. Should be 27,000 troops, 1 engineer, 5 infantry. Send them to there for now. We need our 2 hussar, which it looks like we are low on. It's not going to be enough. I don't have any more. Can I get a few more in here? And build hussars in Africa. Nope, I have no available troops in North America, in Europe. We're not training anything in Africa. Are we raising troops in Africa as well? That's something I need to check on. I don't think we are. There's Spain. It looks like the answer is no. Good. Okay, so that means we can just ignore the colonies. Okay, well, you know what? If I don't have an optimal composition, that's okay. We'll just have armies that don't have that. So let's see what we can do here. We've got 19 brigades of infantry, and these are soldiers. What did I send over there so far? Soldiers. These are our farmers. These are the mobilized troops. These are soldiers. Okay. So as far as I know, the only difference between a farmer is that they mobilize at half speed. Meaning, sorry, they reinforce at half speed. They're still just as good at combat. They're infantry. They're no different than regular infantry, but they don't reinforce as fast. And of course, you're killing your population just the same. They have less experience too, so there's that. Where soldiers are hired with experience, which does something. These guys are hired with apparently less experience, so there's that as well. So we're gonna grab, as many of these guys as we can get. How many have I sent over? I sent over 45,000 plus that. Let's just grab some more infantry. If we don't have the extra hussar. I don't remember the right number now, so we'll just send all the infantry over. We'll pull them over. Alright, so you have given up on your siege to go engage that, which is not exactly what I wanted, but okay. Now it's not looking so hot with the huge British reinforcements. I actually wanted you to reinforce that fight. You finish your siege, then immediately go to reinforcing Leeds. That is a lot of Brits. Okay, you're actually already on your way to reinforce. So instead, siege this. 85,000 Swedes, well, not Swedes, but 85,000 of our troops versus 90,000 of theirs. Let's see how this fight goes. Alright, well, I'm going to take a break here, though. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.